maybe 30 cents worth of ingredients here. So we've had the pepper from home. This is with the wild garlic chives that I just showed you. Stingy nettle and wild rocket with a little bit of kale as well. And I think I had some plantain with some marshmallow. So what I've done is basically 1 pound. Oh great, greens. Now I've got all of these in my yard because I cultivate them and I let them grow. Rather than spending my time pulling out weeds from the garden, I eat the weeds. Bloody brilliant. Saves me time and money. Love it. So all I did was blanch them up with a little bit of the chives and then mix that through with ricotta, and that's it. There's not even any eggs in today's recipe. It is just straight up the ricotta and the wild greens with that garlic chive as well. So a little bit of Peruvian peppercorn in there and a little bit of salt and maybe some nutmeg just for a bit of flavour, I think was what was happening. Okay, so here's how I made the ricotta, and hopefully that'll be nice and easy to demonstrate. Hopefully. So all we will do is get a bit of water here. Now you can follow your milk powder instructions. Honestly, here's my method of recipes. Yeah, it's called a glug, or chuck in some and see how it goes. So this is a very, very old school way of cooking. I don't generally follow recipes. I go with tasting along as you go, experimenting. I think people are really cautious to experiment with their cooking. Just give it a go. What's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to waste some ingredients. Oh well, go out and forage some more. Beautiful. So all I'm going to do is pop in some milk powder here. Really, really simple. Milk powder is about, what, $6 for a packet, and you're going to get 10 litres of milk out of that. For when you're making cheeses, like a ricotta, that's perfect. That's not a problem at all. When you're making up sauces and that sort of thing, absolutely fine. So all you do, milk in, doesn't matter what consistency. The more milk powder you add in, the more curds you're going to get. So you can make it to almost a creamy result, yeah, by adding in, say, to 1 medium saucepan, a whole packet of milk powder will yield you probably about 2 or 3 kilos of ricotta at the end of the day. So it makes quite a lot. So we've got it in there. You only want to get it nice and warm until you can see the steam coming off of it. Now, not boiling. Now, don't worry if you do, because many a time I've wandered off and forgotten about it and come back and gone, wow, that's some boiling milk right there. So you want to get it up to almost boiling, but not to the point that it's foaming and burning the milk, okay? So if you keep it going really, really hot, then it will eventually foam up everywhere, and you know milk is that really gross thing when it cooks too much. All right, so that's all you do. Nice and simple. I'm going to add in a pinch of salt. That's it. I got yelled at by someone for saying, they asked for a recipe of how to do this, and my response was, and they said, how much vinegar? And I said, a glug. She goes, that's not a measurement. It is.
It's the flick of the wrist. Flick of the wrist.
So it really is one of those things you do by feel. So I'm just mixing in the salt there.
So
nice
any sort of milk powder?
Any sort of milk powder. Actually, no. I verify that. Full cream is much better.
Full cream, yep.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so this is a glug. All right. So we've got it to a point. You can feel that there. It's not too hot. And glug.
God, that's more than a glug.
That's a glug. That's 2 glugs, technically.
Yeah.
It's a fair bit, but
Bloody hell.
instant. Look at that.
Oh.
Instantaneous. This is what I mean by people don't believe me, and then you see. Now this right here is actually a really good consistency. Like that, that would almost be making mozzarella style. Okay? So almost to that point. So then you've got your curds. There you go. Now what's left over is, of course, whey. So here's all these muscle building, selling whey protein, you know, for your smoothies, so on and so forth. And you've got it here as a byproduct. Now you can also then use that for, say, if you've got animals, you can add that into their food. It's an extra vitamin boost, the whey protein powder. Now here's how simple it is. So I've got that done, easy. That's it. I told you it was blooming easy, right? People don't believe me, and then I'll show them that. Oh my goodness. So all you do is then bowl. Now I use a colander, a strainer, whatever you've got around. Honestly, it doesn't matter too much. You can get cheesecloth. There's like a couple of sections of them for I think about $2, and you just reuse them and reuse them. Oh, going away in the wind a little bit there, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to use this because I found, now I think this is a steamer for sitting inside a pot. Now I got this from the Oppie for about 50 cents, and it's actually a really effective cheese press. So, I'll turn off my stove there. Really simple. I'm going to drain a little bit off this first, just for demonstration purposes, because I don't want the whey going everywhere. But normally, I would have a container there to drain off my whey into. So I'm just going to pop it a little bit down here, guys. So don't worry, you're not missing anything. I'm just draining off a little bit of the liquid here. A little bit of that, exactly. Okay. There we go. And that's all you need to do. So technically, I would just do that. but I'm cautious it's going to overflow because I've got a very small bowl underneath here. So let's just make sure we haven't got too much. Yep. Okay. And then if you get to the point you've got too much whey down the bottom, then you can just take off the whey, put it in a separate container, or pop it down the sink if you don't want it, and just keep going. So then, nice and simple. Look at that. Oh, nice and easy. You've got your whey down the bottom, and I'm just going to get rid of this here so we can have a little bit more.
Stay here.
Finish the full
Get here.
demonstration. You cheeky pup. Who knows there's whey
Come
around
here.
That's all right. That's all right. So we want the rest of it in. Nice and simple. How easy is that? Oh, there we go. Wow, well I had fun. Thank you. My helper over here. Yeah, you're patiently waiting, aren't you, mate? So then we just do that. Nice and simple. And then, look at this, easy. Boom. Presses all of the whey out. I'm just going to pop this over here and garden a little bit actually. I know, darling, you're really into that. Smell how good it is. So then I just press down even more. You can see it there, pressing out all of the whey. Now the more I do this, the more compact cheese I'm going to get. So if I pop this in the fridge, chuck a big can or something like that on it, and left it for a few days, what I'm going to get is a hard feta. Yeah? If I leave it and just use it straight like this, as I did this morning for our spanakopita, what you're going to get is a beautiful, creamy, sort of almost Danish feta crossed with ricotta style. Look at those great patterns as well. They can look really fancy if you're wanting to go on Instagram with it. Impress the friends when they come over. Alrighty, and there you go. So there's your ricotta. And all you do, I've got this great scraper tool for this, but your spatula. Yeah, I know. So you just scrape it off, and there we are. There is your very own homemade ricotta in what, under 4 minutes, I said? Yeah? Beautiful. I think that's about right. So then you can take off the cheesecloth altogether, and if you were, say, serving this and you had friends around or something like that, you wanted to serve a ricotta dip, from here, chuck in a little bit of salt, maybe a little bit of lemon, and some wild garlic chives, and you've got a cheesy, creamy dip. Beautiful. So I just pop that in there.
Or it could be good if
And
you use honey or
a little bit of honey. Yes, you can make a mascarpone for cheesecakes from this as well. So I've made cheesecake from this. Ricotta, eggs, honey, cheesecake. Boom, done, in the oven. Beautiful. I actually put it through the blender to give that creamy consistency, and there you go. Alright, and moment of truth. Dun, 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 dun. And there you have it. So there is your beautiful, fresh, homemade ricotta, and look at that bouncy. Absolutely beautiful. Just delightful there. If anybody wants to really have a taste, even though my fingers have been in it, you can feel free, otherwise it's going to the dog. Go for it. So hopefully it's got a little enough salt in it. From here you can add more salt if you need to, but that fresh straight up ricotta. From here you can then also, wait for it, this gets even better, you can pop that in the fridge.